Shooting at a car wash that left 2 people dead today. It was in Forest Hill. Police say tonight they have identified one single suspect. They have issued a capital murder warrant for the arrest.
Investigating another deadly shooting in the city.
After a shooting at a car wash.
A family member tells me that it was a man and his 5-year-old daughter. Take a look. That same relative provided me with this picture of Chucky Smith and his young daughter. I'm told her birthday was just yesterday.
Neighbors who say that they are scared, especially about a recent spike in crime.
2 shooters ambushed a father and a 5-year-old at a car wash. Broad day. What type of game is that? I guess the streets don't have no pick a person. The streets ain't got no love no more or no codes. Man. If you new, make sure y'all hit that notification bell, that like, share, comment, and subscribe. Grab a seat. We finna dig deep. What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your host, Jay, and man, today, we definitely got to dig deep into this situation. Now today, a heartbreaking tragedy has shaken the Forest Hill community right there in Texas, when an up and known rising star, gambler, and YouTube sensation, GS Lil Ronnie, and his 5-year-old daughter were fatally shot at a local car wash. Now this incident has left the community as well as the family definitely devastated, and now the police are desperately searching for those responsible. But before we dig deep into the situation, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, tap that like button, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a drop whenever we drop. Y'all know the vibes. Grab a seat. We finna dig deep.
This is about a shooting at a car wash that left 2 people dead today. It was in Forest Hill. Police say tonight they have identified one single suspect. They have issued a capital murder warrant for the arrest. Our Aaron Jones now hearing from some neighbors who say that they are scared, especially about a recent spike in crime.
Cleaning the car out, and somebody came through shooting and killed him and the baby.
Smith is a local rapper who goes by Lil Ronnie. He's gained a large following on social media, and tributes to both him and his daughter are pouring in.
Got my little Valentine's with me today.
Just a few weeks ago, they shared a special moment, attending Donuts with Daddy at his daughter's school.
He was a good kid, y'all. He was. He didn't bother nobody. He didn't. Him and that baby.
So according to reports in news outlets, this shocking incident actually unfolded at a car wash right there in Forest Hills, Texas, a quiet Texas suburban area, now the center of a devastating crime scene. Now witnesses report hearing multiple gunshots just moments before seeing the vehicle speed away. Now authorities say this was a targeted attack, but the motive still remains unclear. But what is clear is that a father and his daughter lost their lives because of this tragic incident. Is dead.
Those who live nearby are now expressing concern for their safety. Forest Hill police say there's 5 homicides this year compared to 0 last year.
It's time to move. Wish I had the money to move.
As police investigate this latest shooting, Slappy's management has released a statement which says, "We are shocked, appalled, and deeply troubled by the senseless and violent events that occurred today. Right now, there are more questions than answers." In Forest Hill, Aaron Jones, CBS News, Texas.
Now, in my opinion, this was a cowardice act and a senseless act of violence, and those who are responsible are definitely needing to be held accountable, whether it's coming from the streets or the jails or the pits of hell. This cowardly incident just caused the life and took the life of a father and a 5-year-old girl. Let that sink in. Now, let me be the first to say, I don't believe that anybody's perfect, but his loved ones did describe him as a devoted father and a promising artist whose life was tragically cut short. Now, as you see, watching this video, people are out washing their cars, cleaning the cars, doing their vacuuming, and 2 shooters come from behind the building. He takes off, running right here, which is sad. Then he goes here. I believe, in my personal opinion, I do believe he was already hit from some of the shots. Now, the daughter in the car was actually already hit, in my personal opinion. I believe when they first came around the corner and they aimed like this, bust, I believe those first initial rounds that came through the car were the ones that actually struck baby girl, which is what caused him to take off actually running. Now, in this moment, it's hard to say what you would have done and what he could have done because, again, things are happening so fast. We're watching the video, so imagine this actually in real time. He probably had no idea exactly which direction or where to run, but he took off. My opinion, he left everything behind. As a gambler, was it worth actually gambling this actual time? Let that sink in. Now, let's break down the actual video. Let's dig a little deeper. So as you see, the 2 shooters come from behind the corner. Shots are already being fired right here as you're looking at it. He takes off. Now the guy right here in the Camaro jumps in through his passenger seat over to the driver's seat. Now Lil Ronnie, in my opinion, is still running, but he is already hit where he tries to get over the fence. But as you see, these two black cars almost hit each other trying to get out of there, so that lets you know shots are still being fired. Now he runs over here to the dumpster where one runs up, lets into him. But here, in my opinion, were the fatal shots, the ones that came from the second shooter that got right up on him. Now Ronnie does get up and attempt to run off with adrenaline gone, but then you see he actually collapsed right there on the scene. Now let's dig. Now GS Lil Ronnie, who is he? Now he has come up in the Texas streets from being known as a gambler, a rapper, an artist, and a young black entrepreneur. But he's also known for hanging with Go Yayo, Hood Fame legend, artist, and leader. Now, Hood Fame is a notorious Texas street gang that definitely has notoriety in the street, but they're also known for being in beefs. And some of those more notable beefs are the beef between Go Yayo and Sauce Walker, and the back and forth between Go Yayo and the late Texas legend, Mo 3. But are Texas artists actually being targeted? Or is this what happens when you mix the beef with the streets and reality rap just becomes too real? Now, it is sad that both of them have lost their lives, but it's even more sad that this 5-year-old girl just celebrated her birthday just the day before losing her life. But I do want to ask, in your opinion, was the father wrong or was he right when you look at this video and see that he took flight? Now, in my opinion, I do feel like he did what was right, but ask yourself this: was it a gambling decision to have his daughter with him if he was actually living a certain life? Let that sink in. Now, here, the mom actually went to social media and took her time to actually respond. As you see, she said, anybody sharing that video of my baby's last moments, you will be blocked. Y'all are my Facebook friends. I don't want that image of them in my head. I'm trying so hard not to spaz on you. Funeral and wake will be private. Just for these reasons. F the entire world. Y'all don't know how this feels. No remorse, not even for my princess. Cold game. And she's absolutely correct, because I can only imagine. No, I can't even imagine what she's actually going through. Put yourself in that position. You lost not one, but two. At the hands of what? Two reckless individuals, two cowards with triggers. Explain it, make it make sense. Condolences. So here's where things get interesting. A father, artist, a rapper, a street person, a gambler. 5 different things, 5 different lifestyles all in one. So now you gotta ask yourself this: where did the hit come from? Now it's even more interesting because in the streets, he does. With his last few songs that he's dropped, he's dissing the ops, he's dissing the other side. The other side has been responding. And here's the more interesting thing. Was it just the perfect time? Now, how did they know that he was right there at that specific time? Would this be somebody that had been with him that dropped the dime? Or could it just be somebody who put a possible air tag on him and put the word out that he was out in the car with his daughter, about to go vacuum it out? Let it sink in. Was this a back door? Was this an inside job? In my personal opinion, this was street. Had nothing to do with the gambling. Had nothing to do with him being a father. Salute to him for being a father. My boy went out with his daughter. Now it's sad and it's an unfortunate situation, but he went with his daughter. The mom, man, I can't imagine how she's feeling, knowing that, hey, one person has a warrant, the other person still out here gone, and they are responsible for not only one, but 2. Make it even deeper. This is her daughter, 5 years old, taken out by the streets. The streets don't have no respect, no code, no love for anybody. And if y'all can't see that, this should be another clear example. Even more interesting, when you look at Hood Fame has no morals, no characters, no standards, no none of that. It's a crash out game. So will they go back and seek revenge? Will this be another evolution or revolving door? In my opinion, it's been a revolving door. Just previously in the past, 2 weeks, 5 days, 7, 8, 9 days, they've had 4 or 5 bodies right there in that same area. So you gotta pay attention. Something's going down over there. Somebody's responsible. But you can't that it's just losses on one side and no losses on the other. Now the daughter, pure casualty of war, had nothing to do with anything. So definitely condolences and RIP to her. RIP to him also for losing his life, because you definitely don't want to see him go in, but you definitely hate to see him go out. This is another example. But should go yayo, should his team, should his camp, should they actually crash out? At this point, the streets, in my personal opinion, should actually demand justice. They should actually demand accountability, no matter what side it came from. Even if it came from the inside that actually paid for y'all to do this job, they should still punish y'all too. Y'all hit a 5-year-old child. Violation all the way around. That's just my personal opinion. Y'all might disagree, but hey, that's just me. I feel like they should be violated either way. That's not a complete job. That's not a mission complete. A child. What happened to the code of the street? Let's talk about this situation. Now, condolences first and foremost to the family. You know, this is a definite tragic situation, but I do want to dig deeper into the actual incident. Now, for them to come from around the corner and actually attack this man, I don't feel like they purposely went after the little girl in the car. But again, wrong place, wrong time. But again, on the flip side of that, she's spending time with her dad. Why should she have to be looking over her shoulders at the car wash as a child while her dad is cleaning his car? Now, granted, she had no idea what was going on, and it looked from the video, it doesn't look like he did either. But the two shooters that actually came from around the corner, they purposely halted, tracked, and waited to make sure that he was hit. The way that they chased him around the actual place, all of the shell casings, it took that many shots. I don't believe that it was a switch involved at all. In my personal opinion, it looked like Buddy came from around the corner. He was holding the actual stick. Now, they stood right there and just let off shots until they actually chased him down. I do believe he was already hit multiple times before he got over there behind the dumpster where the fence was. Could he possibly have got up and over the fence? Another story for another day. Either way, when he came back, I feel like he actually thought about the whole situation. Baby. But adrenaline bumping and rushing through his actual veins. Not to mention if he's hit, that adrenaline plus bumping is causing his veins to be pushing more blood flow and circulation is what ultimately led to his demise, causing him to collapse across the Segway. Now, it's a sad situation because a father, a daughter, broad day, a car wash. Who ordered this? Who authorized that? Regardless, whether they knew that the little girl was in the car or they didn't know that she was in the car, they still responsible. And they should be held accountable for that. No part of the streets anywhere. There used to be a code, no women, no children. Now I understand times have changed, but still no children. You understand? Because it's a lot of women that do flaky stuff when they're on that side of the streets, so they actually involved with certain people. I'm not gonna say that he was wrong for having his daughter with him, but they did catch him lacking. 5-year-old girl and her father at a car wash, head down, 2 shooters, own city. How many rappers, how many more times are we gonna witness these same events? In your own city, got caught lacking. You seen Nipsey Hussle, same situation. Young Dolph, same situation. Mo3, same situation. It's a history, it's a pattern. People are paying attention. But I do have an even more interesting question. How did they know he was there? Now, I've heard the speculations, rumors say that, hey, he got into an earlier altercation, incident, or situation with an alleged group of these individuals, possibly. Maybe that's true, but here's my thing. Why would you still have your daughter in the vicinity if you got into it with somebody? Did he take a gamble that just wasn't worth taking the risk for? My personal opinion, if I get into it with anybody, if me and you get into it, in the streets and I got my kids with me, my kids can't go with me no more. They're not gonna be in the car with me. Not the cars that we just saw and that y'all got into it with me in. Why would I put my family at risk like that? Now, his situation, maybe he didn't see it that he was at risk. He's in his own time. But neither did Young Dolph, neither did Mo3. But they rapped about it. They knew they was a risk. But they got caught lacking. This goes to show, like you say, could be your very own. In his situation with this unfortunate circumstance, he wasn't able to save his own or his daughter's. I definitely want to make sure that I say condolences to the law, to the family, for those that's impacted, the community, those around, the Bidens, the two that did this. Man, imagine how they sitting with this on their conscience. Yeah, you might have got your target and ran your target down, but you just ended the life of a 5-year-old that was only starting to begin, just starting to dream, just celebrated a 5th birthday less than 24 hours prior to not even being able to make it to the 6th. Sad situation, man. But again, the greater the height, the greater the weight. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know y'all's thoughts. Again, as always, tap the notification bell, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and definitely tap that like button to help the channel continue to grow. I'm your host, Jay. Until next time, y'all stay safe, stay vigilant, stay dangerous. As always, gone.